Hello, we are making some homemade onion rings. We are comparing the protein powder, the plain unflavored protein powder, to the Carnivore crisp chicken flour, to a batter that I created out of the Carnivore crisp flour. So anyway, stay tuned if you want to see which one has the best results. Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. So something I wanted to try and I thought would be kind of fun. So we're going to use the meat flour to make onion rings. So I went to Walmart this morning in my pajamas. I call them pajamas because I use them as pajamas. But this is Christmas leggings. It's Christmas leggings. You know, you got the little deer and the sun, the snowflakes and the heart and the presents, and this old junky t-shirt. But I don't care. You know me. I'm just fine with it. So now where'd that? Okay. So I did not get a wide onion, which I should have. You know, I've never made onion rings, but I just want to be able to try. I want to try to use the the meat flour in different fun ways. So that's what we're going to try. So these two will be really good for onion rings. This might end up not being. This might just. Well, that's not bad, because I don't care if it's not perfect. You know me. You'll be okay. You can be a baby one. I'm going to put these little onions in something. Hang on. Alright. This little jobber will have to work. So I've been watching a few videos about onion rings, and some of them make a batter, and some of them, you know, dip them. So I haven't figured out yet. I should have this, but I have not figured out yet if I'm going to do a batter or a dip system. So, yeah, you'll find out as soon as I find out. Anyway, so, but yeah, I want us to use the meat flour. Because, you know, I want to try the meat flour in various ways. So, come on, don't break. Good deal. So that is what we're going to do in this video. It's a Saturday. I'm going to be trying several different things. Ooh, and my eyes are starting to burn. Feel the burn. Feel, oh, poop. Well, it's just for me. I can have some partial rings. Nope, you're not breaking in there. So I'll go on and there. Make me some chopped onions right there. Gotta find out which way they'll come out easiest. I think this was a Vidalia onion, but I could be lying to you. I don't have my Walmart receipt to tell me what it was. But I'll find something to do with these onions later. Okay, let me set this aside and let me figure out what we're going to do. So hang on. Whoa, these eyes. So I'm going to kind of make this up as I go. I'm going to put some of the Carnivore. This is the Carnivore crisp chicken flour, chicken breast flour. Put a little bit of that in it. I'm going to go ahead and make a batter. And then I'm going to get a little bit of buttermilk, just a splash. And then I'm going to add some baking powder. I can find a little dealie. I don't want a lot, but I don't trust myself to dump it in. I add some baking powder. I think this kind of causes things to bubble up a little bit, like to kind of fluff up. But I could be wrong. Maybe that's baking soda. But I'm adding it. I'm also going to add a little bit of mayonnaise just because you leave that off if you don't want it. But since I'm not using a lot of the flour because I don't want to waste it. I want it to have some texture to it. But like I said, I don't want to waste my flour. So I am going to put a little more in there. Let's see. From what I've seen in the videos, you want it about the texture of pancake batter. But I want to do it with the flour, and I could add like protein powder, but I really want to try it with this. Just, we want to see how this stuff works. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. That is the consistency. Don't ask how much because we don't know. You know what I mean? There's no way to know. So that's what it's going to be. And we'll see how many we can do with this. I'm going to get my skillet out. I have some, it was used oil that I used last week. I had it in the refrigerator. I had used it when I was making something. And so I'm going to use that in my skillet to get us some oil. Let me find it. Is it you? Yep, this was, what the heck? It had, I think it was avocado oil and some, maybe a little bit of lard left in it. So I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to get it heated up and I'll get back with you. Okay, I kind of have it set up here. Let's see. Temperature is about 330-ish. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let me got some tongs. I've got this grate for after they're cooked, and I covered it with wax paper. So, let's see how this works. It may be horrible, but you know me, I take you all along for my little experimental ride. Let's start with this little baby one. Dip it down in this batter. Let's drop it in. Go with another one. Drop it in. Another one. I'm just going to kind of roll it in it just to kind of, I didn't make a lot of batter, as we know. We're just kind of experimenting. So, because I don't want to waste the batter, that's for sure. So it may not be perfectly battered, but that is okay. Kind of roll it in it. We'll try another method too here in a minute. We could try to dry, like where you put it in as something and then dip it in as the powder. We could try that too if we run out. Get over there, fella. Or I should say when we run out, because we're at that tail end now where we're out of batter. But like I said, I'm not going to use it all up. And I think when you dry batter stuff, you get a little more out of it. So, all right, so we're going to cook these up this way. And then, when they're done, I'm going to be putting them out here. In the meantime, I'm going to put a little bit of my, watch out, puppy dog. I'm going to just put a little bit of this milk, buttermilk. I'm I'm going to crack an egg in here. Mix that together. Remember, I didn't season anything either, because I don't like to season stuff until I'm ready to eat it, because I don't know. I don't know what it needs, and I'm not going to lick this egg mixture to know what it needs or doesn't need. So we're going to try this 2 different ways. I'm going to let that keep going, and I'm going to get a little thing for some of the flour plain. Hold on. Look at my quality assurance guy right there. He is just, come on, Mama, please drop something. Please drop something. I have never made onion rings before. And to be honest, it looks like the batter is just coming right off. And it's down in the oil. So this may be a big fat fail. But I don't care. You know, how are we going to know if we don't try stuff? So, I should also try, I'm going to try some protein powder for this to compare it also. Hang on. Take a look here. I'm going to go on and pull them out. At least for now, I can always put them back in. That one looks pretty done. Yeah, I will zoom in here and show you. You can see the batter that we made. And maybe it's because I used mayonnaise. Well, who knows. Mo has come off and is floating in the oil. So, let me zoom in and you can see what I'm talking about. See along here, you can see that brown. That's the batter that has come off. So now we're going to try it a different way. While those cool, we're going to try it another way. Take an onion. We're going to dip it down in egg. And let's try the protein powder. See how the protein powder, this is the protein powder back here. See how that one goes. Try another one. I mean, obviously I don't have a ton of, you know, like if you were to have cheap flour, you'd have a big old bowl of flour. You know what I'm saying? And you would not have the issues that I'm having. You would just drop them right in the flour and let it soak it all up. But because protein powder and the Carnivore crisp flour are not cheap, you know, we are having to do it in a different kind of way. So, all right. Now let's see how these do. Can we make onion rings? Let's find out. I'm going to let these go a little bit and I'll get back to you. They're looking like maybe they're getting gold. I'm using this because I don't want to, I really wanted to use something that I could just not touch them a whole lot, because I don't know if the tongs touching them pulled the batter off a while ago. So this is kind of not really, I wanted something to do that with. Okay, so this seems like it stayed on better. So I'm actually going to move these around. These obviously are just a floppy thing. There's no batter on them whatsoever. But you can taste one. Yep. That's fried onion. Just plain old fried onion. No batter, but it tastes good. So when those are done, we will try the last 3 in the carnivore flour. Okay, I feel like they're done. I'm just going to try to catch them on the inside and not grab on them, because I think that did not help earlier. I could probably use like a little skewer, but I don't have one out, so this will do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. I remember whenever that movie Babe came out, I mean, my family said that for everything. Because it was about a pig who thought he was a herding dog. And so it was so cute. I think it was the 90s. And our family, we said that for everything. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Alright, so now I got the carnivore flour, the carnivore crisp flour. So now we're going to just try it this way. See if this does anything. Okay, so here's one. Doing an egg / buttermilk wash with the flour. I know everybody right now is trying different things with this stuff and seeing what we can do with this stuff, seeing how it can be used for people, and I'm sure there's tons of people right now, tons of channels playing around with this stuff. I haven't really watched anything lately. I know one of y'all said that a ketogenic woman is making bread out of it. That's pretty cool. So I think, you know, a lot of content creators, whenever they find something new, they want to try to see what we can do with it, you know. But anyway, especially now that I know how to make my own, if I can find some things that I can do. We're also going to be doing something else with it, but alright, so that's as good as I can get it. I should have done one just plain and dry. Hang on, let me see if I can do a little one and not dip it. Where is it? Let me take just a little piece and not dip it in the egg and see if something happens with that. Alright, here's something. I'm just going to dip it. Yeah, it just doesn't stick to it. But, yeah, it doesn't stick to it. Alright. So let's see how these 3 do. And we'll get on with it. I'm going to clean up stuff while those are going. I'll be right back. Alright, let's try to flip it. I can keep. Come on, fella. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll get back to you when these are done. Alright, so now let's go on and pull these out. I'll let them cool down, and then we can do a taste test. And see which ones we like better. See which ones held up better. So, alright, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Alright, I've got them. This one is the one that was battered. You can see the batter all came off. That might be because of the mustard. I don't know. This one, and don't let the darkness bother you, because the oil is getting darker the more stuff I put in it. You know what I mean? The longer it goes. Sorry, I had an alarm set. So don't let the protein, the darkness bother you. That, again, is because of how long the oil had been used. So this is the protein flour, and this is the Carnivore crisp flour, and this is the protein flour. So protein powder. Let's try this one. Light, flaky, airy. This one did not, you see it does not stay up strong. Definitely comes apart. The flour doesn't stick to it as well as the protein powder. It's got a good flavor. Let me try and see if another one picks up. This one's got a little more texture to it, but it seems like it's bending. I would say if you're making this for people and you want it to be a little more crispier, use the regular unflavored protein powder. You'll want to season it. But of the two, you know me, I don't care about texture, so the meat flour is more grainy, has a little more texture to it, where the protein powder is lighter and flaky. So, depends on what you're looking for. Let me try another protein powder one and see how that one held up. Yeah, here's another one. That's how that one looks. See, it really held on. It stuck, which is funny because, you know, we tried the protein powder with other things and it didn't work out so well. So, seems like the structure holds up better with the protein powder. Yep, I just picked this one up, and this chunk of the Carnivore crisp flour fell off. Tastes good, but it doesn't hold up. So if you're going to make this for people, I would stick with the protein powder, and I would do it like the egg wash, and then roll it in the protein powder. So that is our experiment, and I will be having these for my lunch.